like a boss.
Guys, what's up? It's Justin Mark, and right now we're with a very special guest.
Alexis.
so we're with Alex from Mindful Attraction, and Alex, I saw your content a few years ago, and I remember it was a video where essentially you were talking about the 48 laws of power, and you're talking about I think it was 25 different laws of power, something like that. And I just thought it was really interesting how this applies to any area of your life. Now, you're a relationship coach, dating coach, consultant, right? But it's funny how this stuff applies to all of your life. So I wanted to have you on because you're one of the best speakers I've seen. Your public speaking skills are incredible. Your level of understanding with relationships, psychology, and all this fun, dating magic material is really high. So I wanted to bring you on and introduce you to my audience, introduce my audience to you, and kind of, see what kind of value we can share today. So thanks for being here, man.
Yeah, man, I'm flattered. That was a very nice introduction.
Yeah, well, I mean it. So let me ask you this: how did you get started in this stuff?
Well, when I was a child, I wasn't into this. It's not that I wasn't into girls, but I was into spirituality. I used to be a Bible teacher.
Cool.
I was a Bible teacher from 13 until 18.
Wow.
And so all I did was pray, fast, pray in mountains, teach, preach, travel. So I had a lot of practice in public speaking ever since I was a kid. And I always had, I always liked teaching. It was always my calling. And then I stopped going to church because I went to college, right? But when I was a Christian, it was a very spiritual experience. It wasn't a religious thing. It was very spiritual. Now, when you don't eat for a few days, things begin to get spiritual, because when you don't eat, you begin to hallucinate. And that's why some of the prophets of the time called them vision. But then when I stopped going to church, I wanted to talk to girls, but I was such a Christian from such a kid, I didn't know how to talk to girls, And when I was 18, I actually got into doing pickup. I started looking at some guys called PUA training, Adam Lyons. I did a couple boot camp, and I wasn't satisfied with it, to be quite honest with you. I wasn't happy with the way they taught. I wasn't getting results. It was nice. I called it nice game. It wasn't anything real. And I would barely get laid. And then I gave up on it. And then I became a social worker. And then one day I was like, you know what, man? I was desperate. My girlfriend broke up with me. It was in the wintertime, cold, fucking horrible. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to Grand Central, approach a girl, and I'm going to give her my number so she don't reject me. And I gave her the number, and coincidentally, by pure fucking luck, that one girl, that shit don't happen, okay? Not the first girl you approach when you're a beginner, you don't get laid. Yeah. Like that is just pure luck, right? And she called me, and then if it wasn't for that, I would have never done pickup, because I didn't believe in it. There's a threshold that people who do pickup, who starting, who haven't gotten laid through pickup, that's like a mental threshold. They still think it's impossible. So I did that, and that got me motivated. So I got fired from my job. And so I had 3 months of free time to pick up. And it was a summertime, New York City, no corona. I was like, you know what, let me go and approach. And I had that same intensity with Christianity that I had with pickup. I would go 8 hours a day. I was malnourished. You don't do you're never gonna get good at pickup if you don't get malnourished. That's the way I see it. I would go 8 hours a day. I had that pickup tan, dark as night. And in the first month, I barely got any girls. In the first month, I didn't get shit the first month. But then I became more systematic. I was a drug counselor at school. And one of the things that I learned is that if you want to control your urges to smoke or to do drugs, you got to control what you see. In other words, what you see in your head controls the way you react to your environment. There is a literal unconscious image that comes at a quick second when we see some circumstance. In reality, we usually react to the images of our minds rather to the images that our eyes see, right? So I began saying, okay, what's my main problem? And I was like, my main problem is approaching. So I began doing that one thing where I would imagine seeing my dog, my puppy, when I would approach the girls. Because it actually changed the way I felt. I would approach, I was like, Alexis, remember to imagine your dog. Boom. Hey, Missy. I called her, my dog is Missy, but it's a good way to tell women, Missy. Hey, Missy, how you doing? And it changed the way I felt. And it literally changed the way women reacted. But most importantly, it blunted the rejection. Because when a woman say, don't talk to me, I imagine my dog saying, bark, bark, don't talk to me. And it became a good emotion. So I learned how to feel happy from rejection. Now, it didn't mean that it worked all the time, but it definitely pushed me towards making approaches. And so I began implementing mindfulness to calm my reaction, because pickup could be a very traumatizing experience, like I say. And a few different methods, like we could talk about it later on, but like just slowing down the way you talk, slowing down your response, all of that will literally change the way women react to you. Because you'll seem like a fucking ghost coming out of nowhere, all chilled out. And it got to the point where the first month, no girls. Second month, 5 girls. And all of them were same day ladies. That's the irony. I had a hard time getting girls to go out with me after I got their numbers. But I was really good at meeting the women and having sex with them on the same day. That was like my calling card. I got good at that. It was like, it just came. I think I got lucky and I just noticed a pattern. And third month, I had 14 girls that 1 month. And it got to the point where it felt like you're in the Matrix, where almost any girl, you could just go up and say, hey, I'm Delexis. And they just like you. Like, I minimized my game to a very simple thing, but it didn't come because of luck. Well, there's always luck, but because of intensity and belief, but above all, flexibility of mind to change your strategy. Because not a lot of guys change their strategy. They keep doing the same shit a lot. That's what I noticed. But I had a buddy of mine named Shamim, and I always said to him, I always came every single day with a new tactic. Every single day was something new that I was always trying to experiment. And I think that was the main difference, my openness of mind, you know?
Cool.
And that's the pickup portion, you know, because I moved out and I stopped doing pickup. I was pretty mad because I broke that momentum. Because pickup, you know this, Justin, you need momentum for that shit.
Absolutely.
Like Absolutely. If you break that momentum, bro, you're gonna have to. It may take you a few weeks to go back to how you were. It's kind of crazy.
Seriously, like if you get to a really, really high level and you stay social and you stay kind of consistent, even then you can get a bit rusty. And I know even with me with the whole COVID lockdowns and whatnot, I was still meeting girls every single day, Tinder, living in a house full of girls, and then like I still go out and like still a little bit awkward. You know what I mean? And it could take days or weeks or even sometimes months to even bounce back, right? So yeah. You know, falling off the momentum can be a bit of a pain in the ass.
100%. And I'll tell you what though, pickup to me is one stream, right? Is one stream. And I think it's a very, very good stream to start with, because every person has to have something that they don't believe that they're able to do and do it. Because that will literally unlock parts of your brain
for sure
that you didn't know was available. Because now anything's possible.
Dude, literally.
A lot of guys could get money. Not a lot of guys could get good at this.
Yeah, it's crazy, you know? Man. You really need to like have a strong sense of will and almost like a faith into, you know, the possibilities of what could be possible. Because you're gonna experience the impossible, right? You can go from like this shy, awkward, anxious kid to being this like charismatic, social, charming gentleman who meets tons of beautiful women every single day.
I mean, nothing's better than being rewarded for your hard work. And that's what pickup does. That first lay from pickup, bro, you know how that is. You feel like you just opened a new dimension to the universe. You're like, I cannot believe I met this chick literally 2 hours ago, and now I'm deep, balls deep up in here, man. Like, it's just like, it's crazy. But and what happens is that your brain gets rewarded for hard work. And it wants more. It becomes hungry for that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It gets to the point where it becomes an unhealthy addiction.
Yeah, no, it could. Well, think about this, right? Like guys are sitting home watching porn and masturbating. Whereas like you could literally go to a bar or a nightclub and meet a woman, you know, bring her into your reality, into your life, and bring her home and hook up with her if she's consenting to it and into you, right? So it's pretty fucking crazy how this shit works, right? And it blows my mind even now when I go out and like pick up girls off the street. Like even, dude, I've been doing this for 8 years. Pretty much, I've gone out almost every single day for like 8 years straight. Pretty like fucking insane. Like for someone to go out almost every single day for 8 fucking years, even in Corona, I was like, I'd do at least one approach a day usually. And no, seriously, every day, even during coronavirus, I would do at least one a day. Good. And yeah, man, it's like creates this like what the fuck? And some of the girls you'll meet are like really hot, like beautiful women, and you're just thinking like all I had to do is say hi and kind of flirt with her and talk about this common thing that we like have in common. It's like common interest topic, and then next thing you know, like she's at your place and half naked, and you guys are doing stuff with each other, right? So it's really crazy how stuff works.
Yeah, it's almost like magic, and it opens up the doors to guys who don't have access to women and who don't have that kind of social circle, Sure. But if you ask me, if I had to do it all over again, I would go a different route. I would definitely do pickup. No doubt about it. I would definitely do pickup, but naturally I would go the easiest way. In other words, something that isn't as traumatizing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And what I've learned is that women are attracted to you, to people who are good at something. It's as simple as that sounds. Sure. Back then, when we were hunter-gatherers, who the hell do you think women were the ones attracted to? Not the biggest one, but the one who was the smartest hunter. The one who was the best hunter, the one who was able to build a house, the one who was able to scavenge for resources. They just naturally were attracted to you, And so even until to this day, women are attracted to competence, any form of competence. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be fucking ping pong. It could be just be the best at what. The way I tell guys is this: go find a group. If you're an artist, be the best artist of your group. If your friends are musicians, just focus on being the best musicians. Somebody's gonna fuck you. Somebody's gonna fuck you. Somebody's gonna fuck your dick. Somebody will. Why? Because people in general, men will respect you and women will fuck you. Some of them, not all of them, but you're gonna have a majority of them will fuck you for it. So what I like, for example, I'm part of a lot of art organizations, and I go to art school. And so what I've noticed is that the better my art has become, the more women I got. I could just go out in the streets and draw. And women will go out like, oh my God, what the fuck are you drawing? And I'm like, oh, nothing, just chilling, right? And as long as I don't look anxious for attention, in other words, as long as I'm focused on my work, women are attracted to serious men who are good at something. They don't even be intimidated to go up to you because they don't want to approach you. That feeling of intimidation in reality is attraction. It's almost like a guy who's afraid to go up to a girl. It's the same shit, right? So when you're in school, when you're part of an acting school, or you're part of the musician school, don't be the one that's laughing. Be the one that's studying and with a serious face. When guys talk to you, smile at them halfway. When women talk to you, smile at them a little bit lower, right? Make women feel that they want to see the smile you give men. They want to see you give them that smile. Because if you don't react better to women than to men, women take offense to that. They'll know
validation as well.
Of course. Like for example, it's kind of like you're with your boy. You're like, yo, what's up, son? How you doing? And then some girl comes, hey, you're like, oh, hey, Melissa, how's it going? They'll feel that difference. Mm-hmm. And they'll be like, okay, what's wrong with me? Did I do something? Blah, 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 blah. And you'll notice that she'll try to warm you up, just like you were so nice to him. They want to see that nice side in you. Those little things are the things that I wish I learned when I was younger, because it would have definitely had a difference. Men would have respected me more and women would have liked me more. And I would have been good at something even further. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, totally.
All right, guys. So I want you guys to check out my online course called Dark Game. That's right, people. Dark Game. And this course is pretty much, I review to you the secret tactics, the secret techniques to create attraction in almost any woman, right? But not just attraction to the point that makes her want to see you all the time, where she's the one initiating all the contact, right? Now just imagine to be able to keep all of the girls in your life that you lost because of your stupidity. Imagine, and I had stupidity too. Imagine being able to keep them. Imagine being able to have 5, 6 women available to you, wanting to see you. Imagine being able to create intense relationships where they're all doing all the work. People, that kind of stuff does exist, people. I'm not going to promise you that you're going to bang like 40, 50 women. I'm going to promise you that you're going to be able to keep the women you have, that you get with. I can promise you that keeping them will increase with this course. But let me keep showing you something. This course is pretty huge, people. It's a huge course. This course has over 50 videos. 50 videos, right? And some of them you could get for free. If you just sign up, you get free videos, right? But in these videos, let me show you guys the course, right?
All right,
Oh
guys.
shit. That's me right there, right? In this video, I pretty much teach you guys how to find your purpose. Right, all this is how to find your purpose, discovering your purpose. Right, I teach you guys then about female psychology, all of the principles about female psychology you guys need to understand. I then teach you guys the mindset, the proper mindset that you guys need to deal with women. After that, I teach you guys 21 videos on how to game. I mean, it's pretty much unbelievable, man. I gotta make this available, right? But it's unbelievable how many I pretty much put everything: outer game, social circuit game, strategies, threesomes, foursomes, everything, right? And on top of that, I give you guys a few bonuses: how to overcome approach anxiety, why you can't take actions, a Dickens pattern to change your mentality, how to go from open to transitions, right? 81-minute long, people. This is like, I don't know how long this is, but this is hours, and I mean hours worth of content. And you get a 30-day money back guarantee. I mean, you without questions asked. All for $99, people. People, this could be around a few thousands, to be honest with you, right? But you guys get it for $99, right? All you gotta do is just go over here, purchase the course, and you'll get access to it. And if you don't like it, you could just message me and get your money back, people. Look, man, don't be hard-headed, people. Don't be hard-headed. This is the course that you guys need, right? It gives you guys everything. I cover everything. I could promise you, man, you're not gonna get a more in-depth course on how to attract women and keep them more than this. All right. Anyways, people, check it out. 30-day money back guarantee. There is no risk, and you can get the free course. You can get the free trial. The free trial are these videos that you get for free, right? You guys could just sign up. You could watch all of these videos for free, right? And you don't have to pay. All right. Anyways, I'll see you guys inside. I want to see you guys inside because, again, people, you can't lose nothing. There's a 30-day money back